the weirdest colored sky I've ever seen. Hi, I'm Rob, N1NUG. The video I have for you today is sort of a hodgepodge of clips that I took during my outing to northern New Hampshire to watch the total eclipse on April 8th, 2024. During our little excursion, we did a couple of POTA activations, had some good family time, and of course checked out the eclipse. Our first stop was at Fot Dummer State Park, which is in extreme southern Vermont, just a few miles south of Brattleboro. It also happens to be roughly the halfway point between where I live and where my sister's cabin is in Woodsville, New Hampshire. So we figured it would be a good place to stop, stretch our legs, and make a few contacts on the radio. Unfortunately, the main gate for Fot Dummer was still closed for the winter season, so we weren't able to drive in and set up at what I'll call a comfortable spot. Instead, I set up my radio on a rock right near the entrance sign and even tied off my end-fed half-wave to the sign. We were in the park, but it wasn't a very comfortable operating position, being located right adjacent to the busy Interstate 91. Because there was so much background noise from cars whizzing by, and because I didn't really plan to stay there very long, I didn't end up breaking out the camera and recording any of the activation. Now, having said that, my sister actually met up with us at Fot Dummer and did take a few snapshots and short videos on her iPhone.
We are here in Brattleboro, Vermont at Fot Dummer State Park. My brother, N1NUG, who is seated in the chair, and his son, who is carrying the chair, we're here. And this is my daughter. We're traveling up to Woodsville, New Hampshire, to our house up there to witness the eclipse and do some ham radio. So on the way up, my brother decided to stop here, and here's his pole antenna, and then he just hooked some cable to, ran it over here. It runs along the ground. There's a little box there, and he's able to make some contacts. So there's probably 25 contacts so far. It's a bit noisy here because we're right near the highway.
Foxtrot 0, Kilo Kilo Charlie, 57 US 3114, QSL. Okay, QSL, you are also 59 here into southern Vermont. Park number US 3114, QSL. So despite all the physical limitations of our setup, I was able to make about 34 contacts in about 25 minutes. And in fact, I still had a pileup when I ended my activation, but we were all getting hungry and we wanted to hit the road, find some food, and finish the journey up to Woodsville, New Hampshire. One of the family memories that we made on this trip came right after the POTA activation. We all decided that we were hungry for lunch and figured we could stop at the Burger King that's located just off of Exit 1 in Brattleboro, where we needed to get back on the highway to continue our journey north. We realized when we stopped at Burger King that neither my son, who's 12 years old, or my niece, who's 34, I think, had never had Burger King before. So we all ordered Whoppers and had sort of a family lunch. And now, my son's favorite fast food restaurant is Burger King. We made it up to the cabin at about 6:30 in the evening. We were all kind of tired and just decided that we would have some family time that evening. But the next morning, we decided we would head south of the cabin and do a POTA activation. I'm at Bedell Bridge State Park in Haverhill, New Hampshire. Today is April 8th, 2024, the day of the great eclipse. Now you could probably see behind me, the sun is shining brightly right now. It's about 11 in the morning, but in a couple hours, we should start to see the sun disappear behind the shadow of the moon. We're not going to be watching the eclipse from here. My sister has a place about 10 miles north of here in Woodsville, New Hampshire, which is also not in the path of totality, but it's at 99.7%. We've got a kitchen and a bathroom there, so we figured we'd watch the eclipse from there. But this morning, we decided to come to this park, since it's only a few miles away, and do a POTA activation. And here's a look at where Bedell Bridge used to be. What you're looking at over there across the Connecticut River is Vermont. And you can see the bridge abutments and the center kind of support. And then over here on the New Hampshire side is the other bridge abutment. And as you can see from the top of the abutment on the New Hampshire side, it's a nice, beautiful, sunny, tranquil day here on the Connecticut River. There have been 5 different bridges at this site. The very first was built in 1805, but was heavily damaged in 1823 and quickly rebuilt the same year. That bridge, the second one, washed away in 1841. A third bridge was carried away by a spring flood in 1862. The fourth bridge that was on this site was destroyed by a storm on the 4th of July in 1866 and actually replaced the same year. The fifth bridge at this site was in service for 92 years until it was closed in 1958. It was actually scheduled for demolition in 1973 due to further damage that had taken place that year. But in the mid-70s, a committee was formed to save the Bedell Bridge, and they raised $250,000 to rebuild it. The bridge was reconstructed and rededicated on July 22nd of 1979. However, it was unfortunately blown into the river by a freak windstorm on September 14th, 1979, and as you can see from my footage, has not yet been rebuilt, and probably never will be. So here's the radio I'm going to be using. This is my typical setup, the Yaesu FT891. I've got my 15 amp hour bi-LNO battery in here, and we'll be using the end-fed half-wave. The feed point is right here, tied off in this tree, and the far end of the antenna is tied off to my 30-foot crappie pole and just balanced up in the trees here. Who are you?
I have no idea. Imposter.
What's your call sign?
KC1FQV.
Okay, are you gonna make some contacts after?
I'll try. KC1FQV.
Okay, and who are you guys playing the world map game?
Who are we?
Yeah.
My name is Sarah.
My name is John.
Prudence. Oh, sorry, Prudence.
Oh.
KB1WQK.
All right.
Lori.
November 3, Golf Echo. Kilo X-ray 4, Yankee, Quebec. Kilo Charlie 1, Tango November Alpha. Kilo Delta 2, Uniform Germany Hotel. KK1RZ in New Hampshire. Kilo Charlie 2, Victor Alpha Whiskey. Kilo Delta 2, Tango Juliet, Uniform US 5070 in New York, November Yankee. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Kilo Charlie. November 4, Echo Whiskey Tango, QRP. Alpha Echo 2, Mike Papa Mobile. Whiskey 4, Golf Whiskey Hotel. Whiskey Oscar 3, Charlie. Kilo 8, Delta Hotel Oscar. Whiskey 4, Golf Sierra Sierra. November 9, Whiskey Delta. Kilo Delta 9, Delta Zulu Tango. Kilo 9, India Charlie Papa. Whiskey 5, Mike Kilo Sierra. Whiskey 5, Mike Kilo Sierra. North Texas, 3051. 3051, USL. Kilo Fox 7, X-Ray Charlie. Kilo 0, Delta X-Ray India, QRP. November 8, Bravo Charlie Oscar. Kilo Quebec 4, Delta Charlie Papa. Oscar Zulu 4, Mike Judy 4. Vega 5-1 with QS Vega, Eastern part of Denmark, over. Alpha Kilo 4, radio. Alpha 5, Echo Yankee. November 0, Delta Romeo X-Ray. Kilo 4, Uniform Sierra Romeo. Whiskey 2, Alpha Charlie Yankee.
November 1, November Uniform Golf, park to park.
November 1, November Uniform Golf. Night signal, you're 5-9 here to US 4183.
You are 5-7 into US 8016 in New Hampshire. Can I get your call sign and your state again, please?
Roger, the call sign is Alpha India 4, Bravo Juliet, and I'm in Indiana. I rarely hear that 5-2 in this part of the state, over.
Okay, November 1 Yankee Tango, I think you said it was. Yeah, November 1 November Uniform Golf. So we're back at camp here just outside of Woodsville, New Hampshire. And you can see we've got some lawn chairs and stuff set up behind me, some yard games ready to go. I've got my radio set up on the lawn kind of back there behind me. And I've got the end-fed half-wave antenna up in this old telephone pole right here. It's working out great. The antenna extends down over there to just about where those stumps are. And we've got the radio set up over there. November 1, November Uniform Golf.
November 1, November Uniform Golf, 5-9, Echo Mike 7-9er.
Yeah.
QSL, you are 5-5, Fox November 3-4. QSL?
Thanks for Fox November 3-4, 7-3.
7-3, good luck. N1NUG.
Thanks, November 8 Victor X-ray Romeo, come forward, Eclipse QSO party.
Now, unfortunately, the Ammonoosuc Trail, which is only about 300 yards or so from my sister's cabin, is not an official POTA park. If it were, I could come set up right over here next to the trail and do a park activation while we watch the eclipse. But we're gonna head back to the house and grab some snacks and wait for the show to start.
November 1, November uniform, call. You are 5657 here, Park US 8396.
Okay, QSL, hey, thanks for the activation, guys. You are 5-5 here in Woodsville, New Hampshire. QSL?
Copy the 5-5 in Woodville, New Hampshire. Stand by for second up.
Standing by.
Hey Rob, how's it going? Glad to make contact with you. I didn't get a chance to hit you on 20 when you were earlier, but yeah, I got you about a 5-7. Down a little bit off frequency-wise, but not surprising here. Just starting to see the eclipse come into its shape here, but glad to get you here in the log. I got you 5-5 into USA 396.
Okay, you are also 5-5 here. Yeah, I was off frequency because I bumped the dial. Should be good now. But yeah, we're starting to see it here up in northern New Hampshire too. So good luck on the activation and have fun out there. 7-3.
Yeah, Roger. It's nice to be on 40 in the middle of the day and actually making contact. So yeah, live streaming right now. So hopefully we'll make a bunch more. We only had like 15 on 20 until the 20 kind of fell out.
Okay, when I was on before, I was having pretty good luck on 20, but we wrapped up and headed back here to the cabin because we got food and snacks here. So we'll catch you a little later. N1 NUG, good luck.
Rob, thanks again as always. I'll catch you a little later. Appreciate the hunting. N1J, you are good.
So we got a few high, thin clouds coming in here, but we're about halfway into the eclipse. It's about halfway obscured through the glasses. And we get the little bit of a creepy twilight going on. The temperature is dropping. And we actually heard the peeper frogs going. They stopped right before I hit the camera, but you would have been able to hear them in the swamp back there. But otherwise than that, we're just playing some games here in the yard, having some sandwiches and waiting for the world to end. It's probably not real apparent in the camera, but we're 5 minutes to totality. And it's really dim and weird out here, although I think the camera's making the background look brighter than it really is. Flying through the sun. There's a chemtrail right through it.
Yeah, is that one of the rockets? Look at
No,
that.
that's the contrail, but you never see that.
No, it's some kind of alien space rocket.
Yeah.
Holy Christ. The does look off.
There's just a tiny sliver left. Ooh, look at the sky over here. It's all weird and blue.
Oh.
Look at how deep blue it is. It's the weirdest colored sky I've ever seen. Look at the ground.
Why is it blinking? Why is it blinking?
It's not blinking.
Yeah, the ground, the shadows were...
It's
Look at the blinky shadows.
yeah.
No.
Look at it pulsing.
The ripples.
It's rippling on the ground.
What? No.
It's
I just see like
pulsating of
moon
the...
shadows.
Oh, that's weird.
Can I get it?
It looks like we're in the moonlight.
It won't get it on my
Oh,
video.
it's
Yeah, it's not coming on mine either.
I want to see the ripples. It's crazy.
It's rippling.
What's happening?
I don't know. Look at the way the sky is though.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
did it stop rippling?
It's like
No, it's not.
flickering.
Look at how. Oh, blue. Don't look at it. Look, if you look in Dad's mirror. Oh my God.
Okay, since we were only at 99.7, we only got a very faint glimpse of the flickering shadows and just a few seconds worth of totality, and now it's actually starting to get brighter again already. Oh, and the birds are flying around all confused. The crows. Actually, look at them all in the tree. Oh, those are leaves. November 1, November Uniform Golf.
November 1, November Uniform Golf. Please copy 535353 from Troy, New York. That is Grid Square Foxtrot, November 32. Foxtrot, November, the number 3, the number 2. QSL?
QSL, you are strong 5-9 here in Woodsville, New Hampshire. Fox November 3-4. QSL?
Foxtrot, November 34.
QSL.
You popped up big time just now. You are a 5-7. Let's change yours to 5-7.
Okay, QSL. Hey, thanks for the contact and good luck on the contest. N1 NUG.
Roger, thank you very much, and I hope you got a better view than we did here. We got clouds that moved in at the last minute.
Oh yeah, we got totality. We're almost in the range. We're 99.7%, but we got some flickering shadows. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, we missed all that, but we tried. Well, thanks for coming back to me. I appreciate it. I'll break with you. Give a shout out. This is Kilo Bravo 2 Delta Sierra Romeo calling CQ Solar Eclipse QSO party. There's that.
Unfortunately, it's time to break everything down and head back to Connecticut. I've got to work tomorrow. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. 7-3.